Dear all, welcome to another video of Morphology of the flowering plants. In this, we will discuss about stems and inflorescence. Stems. The plumule or young shoot develops to form stem. It is the aerial part of plant and has axis and leaves. Now we'll see the characteristics of stem. Stem is the ascending axis of the plant and phototropic. It has nodes, internodes, and buds. It gives rise to branches, leaves and flowers. They may be aerial, subaerial and underground. Classification of stems. Stems are classified based on the presence of mechanical tissues as weak stems and woody stems. Weak stems. They are thin and unable to stand erect, which are further classified into creepers, climbers and twinners. Creepers grow flat on the ground with or without roots, example grasses. Climbers, they climb on the support with the help of tendrils, hooks, prickles or roots, example piper beetle and piper longum. Twinners, these coil the support and grow further. They are very thin and wiry, example ipomia. Now let us see about the woody stems. These are normal stems and may be soft or hard or woody, example mango, sugarcane. Functions of wood stems. These stems produce leaves to enable photosynthesis. They transport water and minerals from roots to leaves and buds. Food produced by leaves are transported to non-green parts of the plants which cannot produce their own food. So then produces fruits and seeds for pollination and seed dispersal. Modified to perform special functions like storage of foods and means of propagation depending upon the environment. Now let us see the modifications of stem. There are three types of modifications of stem. First one is underground modifications of stem. Second one is subaerial modification of stems. And the third one is aerial modifications of stems. First we'll see the underground modification of stems. Underground modifications of stems are of the following types: rhizome, tuber, bulb and corm. First is rhizome. This grows horizontally under the soil. They are thick and has nodes and internodes and scale leaves. Buds are in the axis of the scaly leaves. Example ginger, turmeric. Tuber. The eyes present in the vegetative buds grows further to form new plant. Example potato. Bulb. Food material is stored in fleshy scales which overlap the stem. Few develop into new plants at the expense of the food stored in the bulb. Base has adventitious roots. Example onion. Corm. Corms are fat and grow in vertical direction. They bear bud in the axil of the scaly leaves and these buds develop into new plant. Base has adventitious roots. Example saffron. Next is subaerial modification of stem. This has runners, stolons, offsets and suckers. First we'll see about the runners. These creep on the ground and root at the roots. Axillary buds are present. Example strawberry. Stolons. These are lateral branches, that is coming from inside, arising from the base of the stem and grows horizontally. It has nodes and internodes. Few branches growing above the ground develop into new plant. Example jasmine. Third one is offsets. These are short, thick horizontal branches originating from the axil of the leaf. It has rosette type leaves and cluster of roots at the bottom. Example aloe vera, valerian. Suckers. These are lateral branches developed from underground stems. They grow upwards, gives rise to shoot which develops into new plant. Example pineapple, banana. Last one is aerial modifications of stem. They grow into air above the soil to a certain height. This includes phylloclades, thorns and prickles, stem tendrils and bulbils. First let us see about phylloclades. They have small leaves or pointed spines. The stem becomes green and performs the function of leaves. Example desert plants like Apensia. Cladode. Type of phylloclade with one internode. Example asparagus. Thorns and prickles. Both has identical functions. They are sharp pointed curved structures meant for protection, scattered all over the stem. Example lemon, rose. Stem tendrils. In some plants, buds develop into tendrils for the purpose of support. In case of vitis, the terminal bud develops into stem tendrils, and in the case of Passiflora, the axillary bud develops into stem tendrils. Bulbils. Floral buds are modified for vegetative propagation. Example, Dioscorea agave. Finally, uses of stems. Underground stems are used as food, in the case of ginger, as a fodder, example java, sources of industrial fibers, example jute, source of sucrose, in the case of sugarcane. Latex from the stem of Hevea brasilianus is used as rubber. Woods from stems are used as drugs, example cassia, sandalwood. Injured stems of plants are used to produce gums, example gum acacia. And some of the following stems are used as drugs. Ephedra gerardina as an expectorant, Cinchona susirubra as antimalarial, Pinus species as counter-irritant. Now let us learn about inflorescence. Inflorescence means a group or cluster of flowers arranged on a stem. The axis on which the flowers are arranged is known as peduncle, while the stalks of flowers are known as pedicels. Inflorescence are known depending on the type of branching. They are classified into three: racemose, cymose and special cymose. Racemose is further classified into raceme, spike, spadix, catkin, umbel, spikelet, corymb, capitulum or head, and capitate. First we'll see about raceme. Peduncle is long and has indefinite growth. Flowers are stalked and in acropetal succession. Example, mustard, radish. This raceme, which comes under racemose, is further classified into compound raceme. The main axis is branched and lateral branches produces flowers. Next classification under racemose is spike. It has sessile flowers. Sessile flowers means without pedicel. Example, Adathoda vasaca. The branch spike is found in Polyanthus. Spadix. Peduncle is short with numerous small unisexual flowers which are sessile and covered with boat-shaped bract known as spathe. Example, banana and coconut. Catkin. A spike with unisexual sessile flowers on long peduncle. Example, mulberry oak. Umbel. Short axis with flowers at top with equal stalk arranged in centripetal succession. Whorl of bracts are in base. Example, coriander caraway. Spikelet has small branch spikes. Two bracts are found at base known as glumes and bracteole called palea. Example, Graminae family. Corium. Short peduncle. Youngest flower is at apex with short stalk, and bisexual oldest flower is the lowest and has longest stalk. Capitulum or head. Flattened and expanded peduncle is present, which is called receptacle. Base of receptacle has bracts. Flowers are small and sessile. Flowers grow towards the periphery or older, and in the center or younger. Two types of flowers are present, that are ray florets, which are strap shaped, example sunflower, disc florets, which are tubular shaped, example dahlia. Capitate. Inflorescence is same as umbel. Flowers are sessile, example acacia. We'll see about cymose inflorescence. In this, the growth of the main axis or peduncle is stopped by producing the flower. Order of opening is centrifugal. Following are the types. Solitary cyme. Here inflorescence ends in single flower. Example, China rose. Uniporous or monochasial cyme. Axis ends in flower and one branch rises behind it and also ends in flower. It's further subdivided into helicoid uniparous, in which branches are on one side, scopioid uniporous, in which branches are on alternative side. Biporous or dichasial cyme. This is characterized by the end of main axis in a flower followed by two lateral branches which ends in flowers. Example, jasmine. Multiparous or polychasial. Main axis ends in flower. Example, nerium. Last one is classification of special cymose inflorescence. This include Hypanthodium, which has box-like inflorescence. Example, fig. Verticillestum, in which two dichasial cymes each arises from the axis of opposite leaves. Example, sacred basil. Cymose symbol, onion. Thank you, and we'll see in the next video. Thank you.